Hello everybody, Mr. Hollywood back at it again today with the 2021 Dodge Challenger SXT Blacktop Edition. Now the Blacktop Edition of course comes with the dark black wheels. They are, if you look up close, they're more like really dark graphite charcoal. They're not exactly black. But what the Blacktop package does is it gives you some nice features such as the spoiler in the back, the fuel cap in black as well, which I think is reminiscent of the old muscle cars that you can think of when you think of the Challenger. And the Challenger embodies that. It embodies that old look, that antique style of power and pure muscle, while modernizing it with some newer things like LED round headlights in the back, two halo lights in the front. You got your exhaust tips that are squared off and nice looking. You have a button for the trunk. It isn't like a handle, it's just a little button that will open it up. What amazes me every time I look at one of these Challengers is the trunk space. I mean, this is huge. It's, for a coupe, this is huge. It's massive. You can fit a lot of stuff, at least 5 gym bags for you gym bros. Or a bunch of groceries, maybe like 16 cases of water. I don't know how much exactly. I'm not good at math. I am, but not at this kind of math. Keyless entry and go, which means all you gotta do is push to start. When you have the key on you, for both sides, you can just walk up, put your hand through the door handle, and open the door up. The window will lower itself just a little bit. That way you can easily pull the door back, and you have entrance to the beautiful houndstooth cloth interior on this particular one. This is the white knuckle exterior, so it has some decent features. The mirrors are nice and everything's nice. Let me show you how much space you have in the actual back seat. So to get into the back seat, there's a little lever here you got to pull on, and the seat has a little thing here. You can pull it out so it's easier to access, right? And you want to do that. You want to get this forward and as far as possible. It's easier to step in. You see, they've made a decent amount of space. It's not that hard to get in. I'm a big guy. I'm 6 feet, 230 pounds. I know there's people bigger than me, but I'm fairly large. And look at this. I'm sitting in the back, and I actually, in the coupe, have headroom. Now when I pull this back, I have knee room still and headroom, so I can actually be comfortable here. The way these seats are designed is they lean back a little bit, so I'm not sitting super straight up. But the way I'm sitting, I have headroom, I have leg room, and there's still room enough, plenty for the driver or passenger in this case to fit. So there's plenty of space. They've designed this vehicle with the passengers in mind. It's awesome. I mean, the window is a little lacking, but who cares about a window in a coupe, right? You can carry passengers on the fly when you need to, and you're not running out of space. And yes, you can actually fit 3 people in the back seat here. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it. There is 3 seat belts. And then you have, of course, there's a nice handle here, so it's easier to get out for fat people like me. I got out, I managed, okay? Now let's get on the inside, show you some of the cool features that make this vehicle a top-selling coupe, and let's see. So welcome to the interior of the 2021 Dodge Challenger SXT Blacktop. Let's start with the stereoscopic, telescopic, or however it's called. I always confuse those two. Steering wheel. It's cool. It makes it easy for you to put it wherever you want it, and you have your leather wrapped with perforated on the side for an easy, beautiful grip, as well as you have your radio and entertainment controls on the back of the steering wheel. You have your anthracite black headliner that gives you a nice cozy feeling. You have your mirrors to make sure you look beautiful at all times, and you can pull this back, of course, aside and use it to block the sun. It goes all the way back to cover you 360. I did not mention the engine before. This one has a 3.6 liter V6. It gets 23 to the gallon in the city, combined 19 in the city and 30 on the highway. The 3.6 liter engine is powerful enough to give you a nice kick and boost, especially in a coupe, but you can go more powerful. You can get a 5.7 Hemi version or a 6.4 SRT version. I think there's even a 6.7 Hellcat. I believe that's the right measurement. I might be off on that, but I think it's actually still a 6.4 for the Hellcats. But you have your Uconnect. This is a 7-inch screen. It's a little bit smaller, but it still has all the same functionality. Just no onboard navigation. But you do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto apps, dual climate control. You have heated seats, heated steering wheel for the driver and passenger. You have your media, which you can use Bluetooth, again, Apple CarPlay, Apple Music, Sirius XM, FM, stuff like that. And it's all very easy and friendly to use. Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, and the Uconnect in particular are known for the fact that they're super easy to use. I mean, everything's in nice pictures and descriptions. Everything is straightforward, it is responsive, it's quick, and it's easy to customize to your preference. On top of that, you have a screen in between the 2 digital displays here. between the two analog gauges here, one for speed and one for your RPMs, and you have the middle one that gives you your fuel efficiency, your tire pressure, performance, your vehicle information, all that stuff, and even the digital speedometer for those of you that don't like reading the analog gauges. The analog gauges are made to be reminiscent again of that classic muscle style. They're nice and round with the numbers displaying in a particular way like you would have in the older style models, but it's modernized. So it's really cool what they've done with it. They're keeping that aesthetic going. Shifter, I love this shifter. It's very ergonomic for the hand. At least for me, there's a button on the side here which makes it easy to grab. You feel like you're in a speedboat, just going right. And of course, you have your semi-automatic, which is what I call the slapstick. It can go up and down. No paddle shifters in this particular version, but you can get it on some models. The way it's designed, it's got a nice space. It almost feels like a spaceship sometimes. I like the fact that this opens to the side. The top ones always bothered me because I always have issue getting them all the way up. This one opening to the side makes it easy to get. And you have two plugs in here, USB 1, USB 2, and an aux plug, as well as a power plug. And then you have a little anti-crimping slide right here that the cable can come through. So that way you don't pinch it and you don't have to buy a new cable every now and then. Power seats in this one with the actual lumbar support controls as well. And as far as that goes for the interior, guys, that's pretty much it. Lots of power. You have your sport controls here. You can actually turn on your sport mode, so it's got a little more kick. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we'll see you around. Mr. Hollywood out.